In the entertainment industry, the people are represented by three separate yet equally important groups: the video game, comic book, and anime reviewers who investigate the media and present their findings. These are their stories.
Bong bong.
Hello everybody, welcome to a new season of Oh Baby a Triple. I'm Ryan.
I'm Joseph.
And I'm Harry.
And we're here to talk about anime, video games, comic books. It's just an open floor discussion about us three talking about things that we love on the show. So I'm glad that we all could be here today to talk about all the things that we love.
Yeah, I am too.
You know, the show is just kind of like really chill.
Yeah.
You know, it's pretty cool, fun, good times, you know, all around. So we're gonna have a lot to talk about. So
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, yes.
we have a lot to talk about for the new season. So for the season, we're gonna talk about first and foremost, Deadpool.
Oh yes.
I mean,
Gotta
Deadpool.
talk about the Deadpool.
So we saw the movie last night, but by the time this airs, it'll be a week ago.
It'll be a week, so yeah.
But
We won't
anyways,
spoil anything.
no spoilers. Just so you know, no spoilers. We don't want to spoil it for people that haven't seen it yet. But we did see the Deadpool movie, and what did you think about it?
I thought it was great. I loved it. Yeah, it was pretty spot on to the spirit of the character, like straight from the comic books. It was definitely, more R-rated than the comic books usually are, but I thought they did a great job with him.
Would you say that this was like Deadpool Max kind of like levels of, just...
Well, Deadpool Max was a bad comic book, so I
it
wouldn't
was a bad
compare it
comic.
to that.
Okay, never mind.
But yeah, it was great.
Yeah, Deadpool Max was.
Yeah. Isn't that?
That
Was it like super serious Deadpool?
No, it's just it's a poorly written comic.
Okay.
It wasn't good.
I get you. But yeah, Deadpool was so good.
Yeah.
I was laughing the whole time.
Yeah, I was like dying. I was laughing so much the entire movie.
So Ryan, what did you think about Deadpool the movie?
I thought it sucked. Just kidding, I liked it. But yeah, they pushed that R rating.
Oh my
that
God.
was
they
a
did.
heavy
That was-
R-rated movie.
Oh,
They were like one or two scenes away from an NC-17 easily.
Oh, absolutely.
Oof.
There were some scenes where I was like, "Wow, oh, they're gonna do that, aren't they?"
Yeah.
Oh, they're doing it.
Oh, they did it. They did it many times.
Yeah, you're right. They did
that
it a
movie
lot
was,
of
it was
times.
definitely pushing that R rating.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of
And it's-
cursing. There was blood. There was decapitations. There was like.
A lot of
there's just-
nudity.
Oh yeah,
Lot
there
of
was a lot of
nudity.
nudity. A lot of naked Ryan Reynolds. A lot of naked people, things.
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything
It was.
at some point
It was
naked.
exciting. Consistently funny too.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was. They did a really good job balancing the comedy, where it was like giving you enough to keep you laughing, but it wasn't like overload or anything.
Yeah, I completely agree. So, and I also like that they kind of balanced drama and comedy.
Oh,
They
yeah.
very
did. They
well.
did a
They
really
managed
good job
to
with that.
tell a decent story in like an action comedy, like they as well as all the friggin' fights, the guns, the swords, everything, all the humor, and then they also managed to tell like a decent story.
They did.
Like I thought that was pretty great.
Surprisingly good romance story.
Yeah.
Did not expect that.
Yeah. I guess if I had one single complaint, I guess it would be that the villain was a little lackluster.
I mean,
He was a little. He was kind of
I
like.
thought he was all right.
I mean, to
He was
be
okay.
honest though, he was kind of pushed to the sideline. I felt like as if they didn't utilize him well enough. From my personal
I feel like as a villain's job, he fulfilled his role. Like he did do what he needed to do as a villain to push the story forward.
Oh, absolutely. I agree with that. It's just, I felt like we could have used more scenes with him, showing him being, doing a lot more and whatnot. But to be honest, the focus of the movie was mostly on Deadpool, and that was kind of what I wanted.
That's what I
was
was
to
gonna
see
say.
more Deadpool. So honestly, as much as it's a complaint for mine, it's not a huge complaint. It's not something I'm
it doesn't,
torn
like-
up about.
It doesn't like ruin the movie or anything. Not at all.
Not at all.
Absolutely not.
Would you guys consider this to be one of the funniest superhero movies out there, other than because
yeah,
people will
easily.
complain like
Easily.
I mean,
Yeah.
because I know someone I've seen online said Guardians of the Galaxy was funnier,
And
and I'm like,
They're very different.
they're
Yeah,
very different
that's-
styles of
that's-
comedy.
that's exactly what I thought.
they're very different.
Like they have the Marvel flair, but they're two very different approaches.
Oh yeah.
It's hard to compare.
Oh, absolutely. Now, if we want to see any superhero get an R-rated movie from here on out, what superhero would you want to see?
Absolutely Wolverine.
Yeah.
I want like no holds barred, just Wolverine fighting, just killing the shit out of everything. Like
I want like a good R-rated Punisher movie, but like hopefully like the Netflix series gets like a TVMA if that happens.
Oh, it's already got the
Daredevil
TV.
already is,
Yeah.
and Jessica Jones.
Yeah.
It's, the Netflix Punisher
Yeah.
show is gonna be brutal.
I'm looking forward to that.
It's gonna be good.
Yeah. I don't even know. I pose a question. Now I don't know.
Well, wait. What about Killing Joke?
Okay, Killing Joke was the only thing that I would really want to see that would be
that
rated R.
is getting a rated R.
It is getting the R rating.
Yeah.
animation.
The animated movie is getting an R rating, which is really exciting because I really want to see it in like its more, defined graphicness that it is. I don't want them to hold back on something like that. I feel like that's really important, and I just personally really love that story. So honestly, if I could get an R-rated Batman movie, that'd be kind of cool.
That'd be cool.
I know a lot of people probably wouldn't like that because they're like, oh, I can't take my kids to go see it. But
But I mean,
people
like-
did the same thing with Deadpool.
Like
know?
Arkham Knight got an M rating, and that like there wasn't any problems with that.
The funny thing is that got an M rating, but it didn't feel like
It didn't feel like it
should've-
really needed one.
Yeah, it didn't feel like it
Yeah.
deserved one. I didn't understand why it got the M rating, to be honest.
There were definitely scenes in the game where I was like, okay, this is a lot darker than the previous entries in the
Yeah.
series.
That's
But it really, I feel like it's just those scenes that gave it the M rating. Like I don't want to spoil anything
Yeah.
for anyone
Right,
who hasn't
yeah.
played it yet.
It's probably
Absolutely.
like a Phoenix Wright 5 thing, where like the rest of the game is like
Yeah.
T rating, but like
There's just that one
Yeah,
scene
there's that one
sort of,
scene. like
gives it that push to
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
the M rating.
I still can't believe that one Phoenix Wright game got the M rating. I was like, what? Wait a second, what happened here?
So yeah, I guess we would all highly recommend Deadpool
Oh,
at this point.
absolutely.
That was-
Yeah.
I want to see it
If you
again.
haven't seen it yet, go see it.
I would see it again.
I want to. How about everyone after this? We're all gonna go see it again.
Just go
How's
see
that?
Deadpool.
I mean,
Well-
my birthday check is coming soon.
Oh,
so
there you
yeah.
go. We're all going to see Deadpool again. We
I
could
have,
all.
I
We
have
could,
literally $7.
That's just enough for Deadpool.
there you go.
What do you know?
You're good. You guys, you get paid.
Just
as a
enough for a ticket.
Yeah.
So Harry now brought along some of his comics, his Deadpool comics, and he wants to. Do you have any recommendations
Yeah,
for if you love the movie?
That's what we were gonna just sort of talk about, because Deadpool movie's out right now. It's big. Talking about how which comics should you read if you're interested in the character. And I brought this big book along. This is the Deadpool by Joe Kelly omnibus. It's about the first 30 issues of like his solo series. This is easily one of my number one recommendations if you're interested in Deadpool. Another one would be Cable and Deadpool, which is personally my favorite Deadpool series. It's one of my favorite comic series, just in general. It's Deadpool, who obviously you know who he is if you're watching this, but and then Cable is in the comics like his best friend. Like they started out as enemies, but like now they're their besties. But that's how the comic is. It's about 50 issues, and it's pretty much the story of them becoming best friends, and it's great because they're totally different characters.
The comic has really pretty art.
And it has
Like
great
it's
art.
such a well-produced comic.
It's real good. Definitely would recommend both of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to read more of it. I've only read the first 7 issues.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
It is fantastic.
It's a lot of action, a lot of violence, it's super crazy.
Oh, yeah,
I
there was
think
a lot of violence.
honestly, if anything, Deadpool from like, I think actually the Joe Kelly Deadpool that you recommended and Cable and Deadpool are very, very similar to what the movie is.
Oh,
so
yeah.
if you love those comics, you're guaranteed this movie is going to be right up your alley because it's practically just those comics kind of like condensed into a 2-hour movie.
Yeah.
Was this a recent print?
This came out a year or two ago. Like this, the omnibus, I think, came out a year or two ago.
But the actual comics were from like
The comics are
early
from
2000s?
yeah, the comics are from like the 90s.
Yeah. Okay.
Like the late 90s, early 2000s. I'm pretty sure is when this ran.
And there's also there's actually I guess I should bring up that there's also the current running Deadpool
Yes.
stuff that you could also pick up. I would actually recommend Spider-Man Deadpool,
Which is amazing.
which is easily one of
need
the
to read that.
funniest.
It's so funny.
One of the funniest ones I've read in for Deadpool because it's just Spider-Man and Deadpool running around, fighting and teamed up together, and they're just kind of like they're arguing, and it's like a giant bromance, and it's super funny and it's hysterical. I loved it. It was.
It's like Cable and Deadpool, where it's like the story of these two characters that as they sort of become partners and they become friends and whatever. And it's really funny because how it starts out, it's Deadpool is a huge fan of Spider-Man, but Spider-Man hates Deadpool. And so it's basically him, like, he orchestrated this giant, in the first issue, he orchestrates this giant fight with a demon, like a big demon lord, just so he can hang out with Spider-Man for a little bit. Like, that's pretty much the gist of like what happens in that series. It's,
Sounds like a very Deadpool thing to
it's,
do.
setting up all these situations just so he can hang out with his favorite superhero.
Yeah. I also really enjoyed as well that they also have a new Cable Deadpool series
Yeah, they
that
do.
came out, and it
Miniseries
was
right
it was their miniseries. It was called Split Second.
Yep.
Is it,
and-
how many issues is it going to be?
It's a 3-issue miniseries.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's easy to collect. It's like 3 issues, really simple to find. I had no problems getting the first issue. I need to get the second and third issue coming out. So, but I read the first issue and I fell in love immediately. That was
So
probably
good.
one of the funniest I've read as well. I thought it was beautiful and it just captured the magic of the original Cable Deadpool, and also because they had the original crew that made Cable and Deadpool made this miniseries, which is perfect. It's like, oh, this is gonna be a new classic, if anything, for
it's great.
a miniseries. So.
I'm hoping that it opens the doors to a new Cable and Deadpool series. I'm hoping we get that in the next couple of years.
I hope so too. It would be really, really fantastic to see more. So any other final thoughts with Deadpool before we move on?
I want to read more of his comics now. The movie was really good.
Yeah. I hope that's what the movie does.
Yeah.
If it does anything successfully, is that it opened up a new fan base, a new audience, and I feel like they also broke the barriers of what can be done in comic book movies. Because I want more rated R comic book movies now.
Absolutely.
I want to see more mature. I want to see more like more people reading the comics and stuff like that, and going back to the original source material. I want to see more. People getting involved with stuff like this.
And really faithful costume adaptations for the
Yes.
movies.
Yeah.
'Cause
Like the costume was really
he looked
good.
like he stepped right out of the comic book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty great.
That was fantastic. Whoever did the costume design for it did a perfect job where it made it look it looked really good for like a movie.
Yeah.
And also didn't look too ridiculous.
Yeah.
It looked just like what it needed to be.
Yeah.
So it was like perfect. It was like everything about it was just too good to be true.
And it really was an excellent costume design. They did an amazing job adapting that for screen.
Oh, incredibly. Everything about it between like the character interactions and just the physical comedy itself was just on point. It was just so on point. So I couldn't be happier.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
It was great.
If I had
It
to,
really was.
I don't know if I would give like a numerical score, just like a watch it, just go. out,
Yeah,
watch it,
I could
please.
never
It
give
was
it.
so good.
I mean, I could give a numerical score, but I
could.
don't want
I
to.
don't want
I give it an excellent out of 10. So, there you have it.
5 shaven mustaches out of poop.
13 out of
Dead poop.
13 blorples.
Skull poops. So many skull poops, so little time.
Skull poople.
So, all right. Well,
Next.
up next we got ourselves The Boy and the Beast.
Oh yeah,
anime.
that's right. The reason
Anime
why
movie.
this is on this list is because, at least in North America, this movie, Boy and the Beast, came out in like select theaters, like AMC theaters, the same day as Deadpool.
Actually, I could take you out to the AMC theater out here and we could go see it together and stuff like that if you really want to.
Would you do that for me?
Yes, I would. I actually really
Dude.
want to see this movie horrifically bad.
Dude,
I just saw the trailer recently and I posted it on the Fredonia anime page.
I've been waiting for this movie for a year. Oh my
It's
god.
it's a movie that came out last year. It's from the director of Summer Wars
And Wolf Children.
And Wolf Children.
And Girl Who Lived Through Time.
Yeah. And if those are classic anime movies, like those are like must-see movies,
Yeah,
especially if you
definitely.
have never seen The Girl Who Leapt Through Time or Wolf Children
Or
or
Summer
Summer
Wars.
Wars, go see them. I actually haven't seen Wolf Children.
You should have. I wish I knew that. I have it on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
I would have brought it up.
I know. I'm really upset that you didn't bring it because I've
Yeah,
never seen it.
Wolf Children.
but-
Wolf Children was a really interesting movie because I saw that not knowing anything about it. I was
I
like,
know
oh, hey,
nothing.
this movie came out. Let's watch it. Oh, God. I am so depressed.
I've never seen it myself. I really want to see it.
It's really good.
I
It was
just
so good.
I haven't gotten time to see it. I really want to, but from the same creator, The Boy and the Beast, it looks like it's just like a little boy who gets transported to like a magical world
Yeah.
where it's like animal creatures are like they're like
And he kind
sentient.
of has like the mentor character is like this big kind of like bear-like dude who he's kind of got like the grumpy face going on, but he's like kind of goofy and he's always getting into fights. At least that's what it looked like from the trailer. I haven't read up any of the plot synopsis.
Seems like it's gonna be a really heartfelt movie.
Yeah.
Like it just feels like it's gonna tug your heartstrings and just like just like how Summer Wars did with the
Yeah.
family aspect. You feel like you're gonna have that really nice camaraderie with the boy and the creature and stuff like that. And I feel like that's gonna be so good and it's gonna be
thing-
translated so well.
The thing I love most about Hosoda's movies is that he does a great job just kind of like writing these characters, and he does a great job like directing them in places that they need to go. Like it reminds me a lot of Hayao Miyazaki, but like a different way. And like I got that in Wolf Children. Like the characters felt very natural and normal. Like you could connect with them very easily. Summer Wars had a very colorful cast of characters, but like this is a family I could see someone having. And like that's the thing I'm so excited for Boy and the Beast. I can't get enough of his like development.
Yeah, from what I've seen watching Wolf Children, and then we watched Summer Wars.
Yeah, we saw it in Anime
We
Club.
just saw Summer Wars in Fredonia's Anime Club. So
does a great job of just sort of like nailing just like the sort of realistic feeling of all these people. It's like these feel like real people.
They
like,
really
watching
do.
it. This is a real family. Like in Wolf Children, like this is a single mother raising her children. Like he really manages to nail that.
Yeah,
like,
he
I think
does.
it's just humanizing all these characters.
oh, absolutely. And
Yeah,
also,
it's-
his visual style is beautiful. Some of
Yeah.
the stuff is breathtaking to watch.
Gorgeous.
I know people when reading like stuff about these movies, I know people have complained about the lack of shading, but honestly like the actual animation is just so good and so detailed that I can honestly just excuse the lack of shading on faces sometimes.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Like it honestly, the simplicity adds to it. I would honestly have to like argue.
Yeah, and also I love like the fluid animation that he uses a
yeah.
lot
Yeah.
with like characters and stuff like that. Like sometimes you could tell in anime when like they're kind of like choppy-ish
Yeah.
looking in the animation. It's not bad. It's just you just you
Like,
can
it's
tell
limited.
It's very limited. But when it comes to like his movies, it's just very fluid.
Yeah.
Everything just feels like it flows, and it just doesn't seem like it's animation at this point. It just feels like it's something
The
else.
movements all feel very natural.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the choreography is fantastic. It's it's got a lot of life and a lot of energy.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for sure.
It's very exciting that this has come out, and I hope that everyone that can manage to make their way out to an AMC theater or whatever can go see this movie and
wait.
support it in
Do
theaters.
we have to pre-order the tickets for AMC?
I think you might have to because I think that's their stupid policy at
Yeah.
those theaters is that you have to like You have to pre-order your tickets to reserve a seat because they have those stupid recliner seats that are really nice and that they're really comfy.
Nice,
I know they're
I
incredible.
really like the new AMC theaters.
I know. As stupid as that policy is, it's really comfy.
It's worth it.
You watch it like you watch a movie like you're in the lap of luxury, like you're at Buckingham Palace or something like that. Or
I would
I
like
don't know.
to
Is
do
that
that.
is that a nice place?
I guess. I don't know.
I've seen Buckingham Palace. I don't know if I haven't actually been inside Buckingham Palace, but I'm assuming they have like all of their chairs are just those AMC theater seats.
Yeah.
Every single one of them. Don't matter what it is. They're all the AMC theater seats.
Where they sleep. They sleep in them. They eat when they're dining. There's a big table with just AMC theater seats sitting around
And
the
they're
whole
just
table.
like, Dad, how you doing?
He's reclining like.
What, son?
He has ascended to a different reality.
What, son?
Or
He's ascended into another reality? Dude, I
it
want
that
those chairs now.
comfortable?
I want to be in another dimension from via chair.
That's how
Dimension
comfy they are.
W.
On truth. Although I won't lie, that was probably, I mean, the best is when you see a really bad movie at AMC, but you're like, man, at least I was comfy though.
Yeah, at least I
At
was
least
comfortable.
at least my butt was cushionated.
Uh-huh. I mean, I saw Elysium and I was like, no, it was K, but those seats were pretty great.
Oh God, when my friends saw Elysium, this was the time I was going through the cancer thing. So there was a joke between us where Matt Damon literally saved me from cancer, and that's still a thing with us.
Jesus.
But
That's beautiful.
like, God, Elysium was so much fun to make fun of.
Oh, I know. The movie, you know what sucks is I was super excited about it because I love District 9.
Yeah.
And that movie just tore my hopes and dreams to the
I
ground.
love District 9, but he hasn't made anything good since.
Yeah.
No, he hasn't. But what about Chappie? I thought that was a good movie.
No.
I heard
Come
really
on.
bad things
No.
about Chappie.
Let's
Chappie's
not
a
talk
good
about
movie.
Chappie.
I know.
Like, I saw the trailer and I was
wanna talk
like, this
about it,
doesn't
man.
really look very good.
The best was that my one friend, he said for all like the Oscar picks, he said that he hopes that all of that wins is just Chappie.
Chappie
So he
wins
says
everything.
nominations for everything is just Chappie, and
Oh
that
my
all
God.
the winners is just Chappie.
If
Chappie
that
is the best movie
like
ever.
if there was a pre-thing before the actual Oscars where it was like joke Oscars where they just did stuff like that, oh my God, that'd be beautiful.
Yeah, that would be wonderful. All right, so we're gonna take a quick commercial break, but before we do, here's Andrew Morado with a food review.
I hate it.
Welcome back, everybody, to Oh Baby a Triple, and we have ourselves a special little video for all of you new people to anime. Right, Joe?
Right? Yeah, it's very informative. God,
Way to go, Joe.
can we do that over again?
No, we're gonna keep going. No, we're going.
All right.
There ain't no brakes on this train. So yeah, we have ourselves a little segment for you. For all the new people that haven't seen a lot of anime, don't know anything about anime, well, I'm sure that we have an audience that doesn't know what this is. So we made ourselves a little skit, a little video to help you guide your way through the world of anime. Here it is.
This is Harry. He doesn't watch a lot of anime, but all his friends watch it and talk about it.
Yeah, guys. But for real though, Hawaiian Punch Man is the best anime.
Favorite anime, definitely.
Dude, when he beat like Johnny Tsunami with a Hawaiian Punch, oh, it was the best.
If only Harry could understand this marvelous world of Japanese animation. Well, now he can.
What's going on?
You silly little pleb. This is the world of anime.
Wow, but what's anime?
Oh, you poor uncultured swine. Anime is Japanese animation, and it's pretty cool. There are a variety of different genres to explore for kids and adults.
Oh, there's so many shows. Where do I start?
Well, you came to the right place. Welcome to the Beginner's Guide to Anime.
But I didn't come here. I was kidnapped. I'm technically kidnapped.
Step 1. Don't watch anime. If you broke this step, you're on your way to becoming a true anime fan. Step 2. Talk to your friends that are into anime. If you don't have friends that watch it, or have no friends at all, go online for recommendations about shows that are popular for new viewers. Shows like Attack on Tintin, Overpowered Edgelord Online, Danny Phantom, and don't forget the best anime. Step 3. Figure out what genre of anime you like. Whether it's action, sci-fi, romance, comedy, slice of life, slice of pizza, or that one that made your parents really disappointed in you. Pick out a genre you know you like, just like watching a movie, except Japanese and animated, and aimed at people who live in their basements. Step 4. Begin the binge. Lock yourself away and dedicate your entire existence to only anime. Don't even think about your homework, your work, your friends, your family, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, sleep, breathing, eating, and basic human rights. Forget them all for anime. Once you begin watching anime, all semblance of your social life will cease to carry on. You will begin to speak anime.
Hey Gary, how's it going? I haven't seen you in a while, man. How you been? Yeah.
You will begin to run anime.
Believe it!
You will begin to be anime.
Believe it. Believe it. Believe it. Oh, I'm gonna be the king of the pirates. Oh, Baka.
And those are the 4 steps to becoming a full-fledged anime fan. I hope you enjoyed our guide and your newfound addiction to anime. I know our friend Harry did. Thanks for watching. Back again.
Welcome back from that wonderful skit. I hope we all enjoyed it, right, Harry?
Oh yeah, it was great. I had a great time.
Oh,
It was a good skit.
It was a good skit.
Fun to film.
Good skit. We had a lot of fun. Just so you know, for anybody that was watching, that was all parody. You know, it wasn't. There was nothing meant to be taken seriously. So if you got, if you're feeling like, oh no, that's I don't want to watch anime now. No, don't worry. That's not what really happens. I mean, I turned out all right.
He said Attack on Tintin was bad. I don't want to watch the show anymore.
I was dropped on my head only twice. It's okay.
What?
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 Did you now?
I don't know what you're talking about.
So
So yeah. All right. So I guess let's open up a floor discussion. What was our first anime that got us into anime, though?
I mean, the first anime I've ever watched was Pokemon.
Hey.
But I guess maybe that doesn't count. I don't know. I watched just Toonami stuff when I was like a little kid. So
Yeah,
it was
same.
just pretty much I couldn't pinpoint one show.
Yeah.
I'd just catch whatever episode of whatever was playing of like, Bobobo or Bleach or Naruto
One Piece,
or
Naruto.
Yeah,
Okay.
like all those shows. Just everything on Toonami.
I mean, that typically.
And Adult Swim. Don't forget about Adult Swim.
Yeah, like that's the
Adult
kind of
Swim.
stuff that I watched.
Okay. Well, was there any show in particular that really piqued your interest, or that really made you go, "Wow, that was so good! I gotta keep watching this anime thing."
Not really. Honestly. It's just a whole bunch of stuff.
I'm watching you, buddy.
For me, I was like Harry. I watched a lot of Toonami as a kid, but like I watched the whole block from like I think it used to be like a weekly, like a daily
Yeah, it was
thing.
like every night.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
but like then it switched to weekly, like Saturdays from
It's
like 7 to
Saturdays.
11.
Yeah.
Like I sat through that whole block. Nothing else was going on. I was just there. I remember watching like Naruto and One Piece. I remember Popopo. What other stuff? Was Hamtaro on Toonami?
No,
that was just on
that was on
Okay,
Cartoon
yeah.
Network in general during like the 5 o'clock afternoon.
Yeah, and I also remember the 2003 Astro Boy series.
Oh
I
yeah,
really like
forgot
that
about
series.
that.
That's like a lot of Tezuka and Astro Boy fans are kind of like, 2003 wasn't that good, but I liked it. It was fun. It was like lighthearted and good.
I never actually watched it, but I remember it.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just remember it.
I
See,
remember something I never watched.
I remember that the first half is completely out of order for the English dub. Like episode 1 and episode like 25 are the only ones that are episode 1 and episode 25. Episode 4 was like episode 15.
They're just scrambled.
And like 20 was 2 or something. Like, God.
Why would they do that?
Who could say where the road
But-
goes?
I did eventually rewatch that show in Japanese where it was like just the correct order. And I thought it was good. It was a really fun time, although the subs were very bad for the second half because it was like Sony didn't subtitle the second half, so I had to rely on Chinese fan subs translated to English.
Oh boy,
Nice.
Oh, I have some screenshots from those that are just like
that must have been rough.
the editing. But for real, like the anime that really got me into anime was Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Like that was the one that I watched over a summer, and I was like, this is the show that got me back into anime. Because for a while, I had like an anime sucks phase, which believe it or not,
Yeah,
Believe it.
believe it.
believe it.
But hey, I mean, I did too.
Yeah.
I think it was after 8th grade. It was when I was in 9th grade till, I want to say actually a senior in high school. I believed to myself that anime was actually stupid.
Yeah.
And I didn't like it.
That
And
was
I
me in
just like,
middle school. Like
I
middle
was just
school,
like, nah, man.
like 5th grade to 8th grade, I was like, anime stupid.
I think we all go through that though. Like, did you go through that phase?
Not really. I mean, the thing is, I just kind of go in and out of pretty much everything.
Oh, okay.
So it's not that I didn't like it. I was just kind of bored.
Yeah.
And I was like, just. I do the same thing with like video games and stuff. Like right now I'm like full force back into playing well, not right now because I've been really busy recently.
Thanks.
But like, I've been playing a lot of video games this year and the end of 2015 than I did in early 2015 and 2014. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing with anime. I'm just now starting to get back into it. Not that I was ever really like, I hated
Out of it.
but I haven't watched anything in like over a year, like genuinely sat down and really watched a lot of stuff. But over the last couple of weeks, I've watched like 80 episodes of Hunter x Hunter, so.
Oh boy, that's a lot of anime.
It's a lot.
Hey, I've done the same thing right before my Regents. Like, oh God, easily probably the one thing that probably could have saved me from like a D on my math Regents was probably not watching 30 episodes of Hajime no Ippo every weekend leading up to that Regents.
Oh my gosh, you watch 30 episodes a weekend?
During the week, I didn't watch anything.
So you essentially watch 10 episodes a day.
It was more like
For a weekend, it's 3
it was
days.
more like 15 episodes a day.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah,
Rip
but
that
that's
journey.
the only show I've ever done that with.
I mean,
though.
10 would have been
Dude,
okay, but
Hajime no Ippo is like anime cocaine. Once you start, you don't stop.
I'm just imagining like Joe sitting there with piles of Hajime no Iku videos, like
Just
Iku, whatever. How is it said?
Hajime no Ippo.
Ippo. I thought you said Eco, like
Eco?
like
Like the game.
Like the dolphin.
Oh my God.
The dolphin.
Echo the dolphin. Or is it Echo the dolphin?
Yeah, Echo the dolphin.
Echo the
There's just this
dolphin.
poor dolphin with this anime character face on it, and you're like, oh, that poor creature. And then it looks at you and goes, Baga. But no, I'm just imagining like all the DVDs are piled up in front of you like Scarface, and you're just like,
I can't stop.
there's
I
no,
have lost my life.
there is no end
There's
to the means of
there's
the
no
earth.
more. I cannot live without this show. I am dead inside. Anyways.
Took a dark turn. I'm just kidding.
But yeah, what about you, Ryan?
Oh, well, all right, I guess if you want to know.
Which I do.
I feel like I have very standard beginner anime that I watched when I was just getting into it. So, but my big one that officially got me into it, because I think it was the first show I actually fully finished and completed, I'm pretty sure was Death Note. But I say the first shonen anime I ever finished was Yu Yu Hakusho. And both shows were incredible. Like, I was a humongous Death Note fan for a long time, and I finished it all before the English dub finished airing on Adult Swim.
Yeah, or Adult Swim, yeah.
Yeah, on Adult Swim. And then I watched all of Yu Yu Hakusho because my friend had all the episodes on DVD and just lent me the entire series and said, here, watch it. And I just watched the whole thing and I binged it. It took I want to say it took almost like a year to finish, but I did
What,
it.
for Yu Yu Hakusho?
Yeah.
I mean, it is like, what, 100 episodes?
It was 112 or something
like that.
episodes.
It's a long show.
It's a pretty long show. It's not as long as any other one, but the reason why it took me a while was because I had to go through a really specific arc.
Yeah.
Which a lot of Yu Yu Hakusho is tournaments. There's 2 big tournaments that happen in it. There's the Demon World tournament, and then there's the Dark World tournament. And I think the Dark World tournament was the longest running arc of the series, and it was so slow sometimes.
Okay.
It got really kind of boring because you're just like, oh god, they're just gonna talk for like 20 minutes, and they're gonna throw one punch, and that's it.
What is it like compared to Hunter x Hunter? Because I know both of those manga are written by the same dude.
Unfortunately, I do not watch Hunter x Hunter.
Oh.
I'm not watching. I mean, Dan
Dan
my
could
roommate,
probably
my
tell.
roommate Dan, he is watching all of Hunter x Hunter right now, but I have not been watching it completely with him. I've been sort of
Like bits and
popping
pieces.
in bits and pieces and just being like, oh, okay, cool. From what I can tell, all I know is that I can't really fairly judge it because Yu Yu Hakusho is a very classic shonen series.
Yeah.
It's from like the 90s, and then this, Hunter x Hunter is a remake from like, from the 90s shows into like a 2011. Yeah, it was a 2011
to,
remake.
Like 2014.
Yeah, and it's made by Studio Madhouse, which does a
Madhouse.
fantastic job at animating. And
I
it's
think Madhouse also did Yu Yu Hakusho. I'm not sure about that, but I feel like they did.
I could do a quick check right now because luckily
Power
enough,
of the
I
internet.
got the power of the internet.
All right,
It
we're
made me
doing it.
experience high tide. Oh!
All right, but yes. So Yu Yu Hakusho was not made by the same studio.
No, it isn't.
But Pierrot's still good. Pierrot also did Tokyo Ghoul. So
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I haven't seen Tokyo Ghoul,
Yeah, I haven't watched that.
but I've heard it's
I saw
kind
the I saw the first season. It was all right. Like it was a fun action series. Watching it as it aired sucked because it was censored to hell. Like seriously, half the screen was black all the time. Watch that show on Blu-ray. Do not watch the TV version.
Wait, everything was black?
Yeah, like the just like
like the censors.
Oh,
Yeah,
they're-
like-
okay. Well, I was just getting confused. I'm
Japanese
like, what?
TV
Did like
gets
did like
censored,
everything
so-
get really dark? Cause like
No,
sometimes
no.
I know there's a few shows that they make everything so dark that you're like, what's going on? You even turn up the brightness on my computer, and I'm like, what's happening in the scene? Like,
And some-
I thought that's what you meant. Like everything went black
No,
or something like
like-
that. Where it's like, whoa, where did the show go?
like say if a character was like half of his body was torn off, the screen would be black up to here.
Yeah.
Like you'd see his head, but
They
you wouldn't
literally
see.
just like
That's not
just
fun,
paint
though.
over.
Yeah, they
gore
paint
and
over
stuff.
it.
Like it's
That's
just
not fun though.
Yeah.
I like my gore.
Japanese TV, man, it's way more strict about that stuff than American TV.
They really are. I mean,
Uh,
you know what's really funny is how like gory and bloody all the shows that we have are, and then it's like, I feel like we don't hold any bounds or anything like that to what
Not
Japan
exactly, no.
does.
Compared to Japan, no.
Yeah,
no, not
Japan,
at all.
Japan censors like everything, unfortunately.
Akame
but-
Got Kill was so badly censored in Japan that when it was streamed online in Japan and on Crunchyroll, they demanded for the uncensored version.
Did they uncensor it on TV? wanna
Like
know because-
when you watched it on Crunchyroll, it was the uncensored copy. On Japanese television, there were points where like squares of the characters' faces were visible, and the rest of the screen was black.
No, I mean,
I'm
like-
not kidding you.
I mean,
like-
that was a pretty violent show. So
It
I'm not
was.
No, I mean
surprised.
like on Toonami right
oh
now
no,
because there's
Tsunami was uncensored. I'm pretty
okay.
sure.
Because I was about to say because out here I think it's still airing, isn't it?
Is it?
I don't remember
Maybe.
if on Toonami. Hey, guess what? We're
It-
gonna surf the internet
Ryan
again.
surfing the
Doo-doo-doo. So we do have confirmation that Agame Got Kill is still airing on Toonami as of right now, on the Adult Swim block.
That was a fun show.
That was a
I've
good show.
never
I
seen
really
it.
liked it. You should watch it.
Yeah, it's
funny.
like
I haven't seen
like
it.
you like action anime. That's a good
It's
one.
just crazy violence the
I
entire
was
show.
told
Oh,
it
yeah.
was terrible. Like I keep being told it's awful because the characters are blah and
It's
That's
fun.
not what you're going in to watch it for though.
No, I know.
It's a show you watch for the action.
Yeah,
Like,
it's the same thing with Guilty Crown. I didn't care about the characters of the story or anything.
Like, see-
I just want to watch things
see-
go boom.
yeah.
Yeah, there's plenty of things that go boom in Akame Got Kill.
Yeah, I'm really excited
And
now.
squish and splash. A lot of splash. Well,
Yeah.
well,
You doing
careful
all right?
with the table. Anyways,
Just gonna sit my dandy butt down and just
God,
not do
how
that.
did we even get here?
We were talking about anime recommendations and stuff like that for like people that were just starting to watch.
You know, funny enough, all the things we just said, those are like really good recs for
Yeah.
beginners.
Yeah.
Like Akame Got Kill is a great like beginner for like, you know, gory action shows. Like Yu Yu Hakusho's a good one.
Gotta start somewhere.
Gotta start somewhere. Hunter x Hunter's a really good one. I haven't seen much of it, but
It's
you know,
amazing.
I've just heard so much good stuff.
Death
yeah.
Note, Cowboy
so good.
Bebop,
Death
Full Metal
Note,
Alchemist, the original
Cowboy
series.
Bebop, Full Metal Alchemist, they're all good.
Yeah.
They're all like great starters.
You know, Evangelion, I'd even say.
Not
Maybe. Okay, maybe.
like,
Okay.
Maybe like 5th or 6th.
All right.
Like earliest, because Evangelion goes to some pretty dark places.
Although, I don't know. Maybe Ghost in the Shell. No, maybe Ghost in the Shell.
Ghost in the Shell was a first for a lot of people in like the 80s.
Yeah, like that's my favorite show of all time. And if you like cyberpunk,
Yeah.
you know, very dark sci-fi, it's really cool. It's like techno noir kind of style.
Yeah.
It's more like, you know, just them going around doing their job and stuff like that. It's just kind of really cool. It's really
Yeah.
futuristic, techie stuff, which
Like,
I eat that stuff up like it's candy.
Like they're not exactly the same show, but like Psychopaths would be like a modern day equivalent to Ghost in the Shell in terms of like entry level and popularity and stuff
Absolutely. Psychopaths is definitely very, very reminiscent to what Ghost in the Shell was.
like that. Yeah, except
You guys excited for the movie?
for
With,
Psychopaths?
No, with
for Ghost in the
for
Shell?
Ghost in the Shell with Scarlett Johansson.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know they were still doing that.
You keep bringing me into a dark place, Harry.
Are they also
I'm
doing the
excited,
Cowboy Bebop movie where
It's-
Keanu Reeves plays Spike Spiegel?
I hope he plays everyone. I hope he plays the dog.
Oh my god. He plays
I would just imagine like Keanu Reeves going, bark, bark.
What was the dog's name? Was it Ein?
What?
What was the dog's name? Was it Ein or Ed? No, Ed was the person.
I don't remember the dog's name. Do you think I really care about the
The
dog?
dog had a name.
I don't know.
He had one.
Think I really care?
And like
It was
they
a
had
dog!
they had like a thing with the names where like Spike had the longest name, and then I think it was the dog. Then it was the girl. I forget her name. It
We've
was, like,
really hit that
Marge.
point where we have to analyze the dog's name.
Listen, it's important. It's a thing.
The dog
Look
is
it up.
Dog is most important. All right, we're gonna surf the internet.
Oh my god.
I get. Wow,
Try and surfing the internet.
We're gonna abuse that joke to. We're beating a dead horse now at this point. All right.
It was Ein. I was
Ein.
right.
Yeah. All right. Ein the corgi. We could put a graphic up of you know,
Of the dog.
Of the dog, but you know what it looks like. He's a cute little corgi.
Ein was
So
easily
adorable.
like one of
Love
the best characters in that show. Besides.
Wait, how
Jet
did we get
Black.
from to the corgi from Cowboy Bebop from Ghost in the Shell?
We compared it to Psychopaths, and then we were talking about like entry level anime.
Oh
then
yeah,
Keanu Reeves.
Okay, now I'm remembering because I feel like I blacked out and I just went through a phase of like,
Oh. Anyways.
everything just gets all spacey and whatnot and weird. But all right, so
Like Vaporwave.
yes. So I guess like if anything, if you're really interested in getting into new anime and that if you liked our recommendations that we had here to say of like any shows that might have piqued your interest, I would actually highly recommend that you join the Fredonia Anime Club. I'm actually the club secretary in it, and Joe and Harry are involved in the club as well.
members.
They are active members. We watch anime every Tuesday and Thursday in Fenton 105 at 9 p.m. You can be late. It doesn't matter. I don't care. We don't care if you're late or not. We'll still, have fun. We watch anime together. It gets you in a lot of different things.
Yeah.
And it's all based on we do a democratic vote, so we have a voting process.
It's very fair.
It's very fair. So you vote for what you're gonna want to watch, and it's really, really cool. And I hope if people are interested in stuff like that, and anybody that watches the show want to come on down to Fenton 105 Tuesday, Thursdays, 9 o'clock. We do anime night, and it's super fun, and it's really cool, and we need more people. It'd be kind of cool to have more people there to enjoy anime with, and get a new audience to go and enjoy it and respect it. So, all right.
As long as you're not like blaring air horns throughout the.
Yeah, don't be that guy. Don't be that guy that goes wee 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 wee. That's the last thing that we need.
Pro.
Yeah.
Anyways,
So, all right. I guess we haven't talked about video games yet.
Yeah.
we need to talk about video
Talk about
games.
video games.
All right, man. We're gonna
All
talk
right,
about
man.
some video games because I think
Video
we should talk about games that we've been playing though.
games. Yes, we should.
So Harry, what have you been playing?
Recently, I haven't had much time to play video games recently, unfortunately. I've been super busy with just art stuff. But the game that I have been playing, the only one I've been playing is Witcher 3. For the PS4, I've been playing it. And that is a great game. It is a fantastic game. I am about 40-ish hours in, and I feel like I've barely scratched the surface. Like, so
You're not far off.
So it's gonna take me a really long time to beat this game, but I honestly don't mind because I've never played a Witcher game before, so I'm a little confused as to the story, but honestly, I'm just having a great time playing it. The combat system is just fantastic.
Yeah.
It's so much fun to fight stuff in that game.
Did you play Witcher 2 at all?
I haven't played any of them.
Oh, okay.
Like,
I was gonna-
literally haven't played any other one.
The
Okay,
thing
'cause
about Witcher is that the first one is only a PC game, and then Witcher 2, like a year later, got a 360 port, and then Witcher 3 came out on everything.
Yeah, like
It's not easy to play those games.
Honestly, I don't even think I knew about the series before playing Witcher 3. Like, I just thought it looked cool and bought it.
I knew Witcher 2. Like that had a lot of hype and stuff surrounding it.
I played Witcher 2, so I was gonna ask if the combat from Witcher 2 is exact to.
I haven't played it.
Okay.
From what I've seen of like gameplay clips, it looks pretty similar. Like Witcher 3 is obviously more refined, but like
Yeah.
if you liked Witcher 2, you're gonna like Witcher 3.
Okay, cool. Because I love Witcher 2.
Yeah.
That game is super fun.
It was also a huge improvement compared to the first game. That's for sure.
Is there any other game that you're playing?
That's literally all I've been playing.
Oh, cool.
I haven't had much time for other games.
Yeah, I've been pretty strapped for time for video games as well. Thank you, school. But I have been trying. I can't say I haven't been trying. As far as like, I guess 3 games mostly. The first one is one of my favorite series is Danganronpa, Another Episode, which is a game for the PlayStation Vita. It's a lot like Resident Evil 4 in terms of gameplay, but it's a Danganronpa game, so it's super weird. And there's a lot of interesting plot stuff going on. Sorry, cameras. And it's just a lot of fun. Like, it's goofy as hell, but it's super crazy, just everything, I guess. A lot of voice acting, like way more than the other games, so that's a nice touch. I recently beat Wolfenstein New Order.
Aw, yeah.
Because before that, I finished Metal Gear Solid 5, which was a long game with a lot of fluff. So I just wanted a straight action game with no holds, and that's what I got with Wolfenstein. It was very action-packed.
Yeah,
It didn't hold back anything.
How was German Beatles music?
The German Beatles music, it was all right, I guess. I
Is
didn't
I-
know it was the Beatles.
Oh, I love that Wolfenstein just does that though. They take like pop music from like the 60s or
Yeah.
stuff like that, and they just kind of like make them Germanized, like as
Yeah.
if the Nazis have taken over, and now they just took all of our famous American pop music
And they made it German.
and just Germanized it. I think that's like one of the funniest aspects of the game.
I don't know if this is a spoiler or not, but there's a little Easter egg. It was actually pretty early in
if
the
it's
game.
if it's an Easter egg, don't worry
Yeah,
about
it's
it.
an Easter egg.
It
It's
won't-
not a plot element
it's
or
not.
anything.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
If it's a plot element, that's spoiler.
But like, there's a little Easter egg like in the little base that you sometimes go to, where if you go up the like the roof or whatever, like into the attic, there's like a little bed, and it's like go through your worst nightmare, and it's like oh, and so then you hear like the original theme playing, and then you go down the hall, like from Wolfenstein 3D, and then you shoot Nazis from Wolfenstein 3D.
That's really cool.
And
That's hilarious.
But like it was all the same. It was like your gun was still the same, but the sprites were there, and it was just oh god, it was perfect.
No,
I had
That's
such a fun time.
fantastic.
Speaking of Wolfenstein,
Yes.
I'm really excited for the new Doom game.
Yes. Oh my god, I want to play it so
I'm
bad.
so excited.
Oh, it looks like so much fun.
Doom is gonna be a great game.
It's gonna be good.
Everything I've seen so far from the promos and the trailers and stuff, oh, it looks so good.
It
and
looks
the gameplay.
exactly like a modern Doom game that I want.
It looks
Everything I
so-
want out of a Doom game.
It looks like so much fun.
It's gonna probably be one of the more anticipated games I'm gonna get this year. Like I'm
Oh, for
I'm
sure.
Yeah.
very excited. There's actually a lot of good games coming out this year.
There is.
I mean, but I mean, like before that, I guess
Before
I
that.
guess I could talk about.
Yo, have you been playing?
Yeah. What have you been playing, yo?
Oh yeah, I've been playing that some JRPG called Tales of Vesperia.
Oh, how is that so far?
Wait, hold on, is it Vesperia?
Tales of Zestria.
Oh,
is that the one?
Zestria.
Yeah,
Zestria.
they all
Sorry.
have weird names.
Tales of Zestria. I have to make an apology now. Sorry, Tales. I didn't mean.
Sorry,
not
Ben
Tales from
Namco.
not
Tales
Tales from
from
Sonic. Not Sonic Tales, but I could say sorry to him because he's in a really bad game. But
Anyways.
Tales of Zestria is quite a great game. It's a JRPG that came out last year.
It did?
And yeah, it came out last year. It was like a few months ago. I think it was like
Okay.
6 months or so. It was a really, really fun game. I'm still playing it. I haven't gotten very far in it. I've played at least about 5 to 8 hours in it already, and I think it's a great game. I enjoy the combat. It's very much Tales.
Yeah.
It's just a Tales game. If you've played Tales of Symphonia, Tales of Xillia, Tales of Abyss,
Yeah, it's the only one I've ever
Like,
played.
yeah.
it's pretty much essentially just a Tales game.
I
And if
played,
you like them, you're gonna like this.
The only Tales game I've ever played was Tales of Destiny on the PS1, which was like the first one to come out here.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
It's
The
a kind
galaxy
of,
far,
it's a
far away.
similar, like the gameplay is similar, but it's all on a 2D plane, so it's, you know, it's a little different.
Yeah,
It did have a kick-ass battle theme though.
it did. It certainly did. So yeah, I guess those are the games that we've been playing,
Yeah.
and that we would actually recommend to anybody. I have mine for PS4. I play PS4, but I'm pretty sure all these games are available on.
Zestia, I know, is on PC.
It's PC and PS4.
Yeah.
Witcher is available
Witcher's
on
on everything.
Witcher's on
everything.
And Danganronpa, another episode, is only on Vita, but that might change. That might get a PC port. And Wolfenstein's on everything.
I know. Oh yeah, didn't they say Danganronpa was getting PC? thing?
Danganronpa 1 and 2 are coming to PC.
That's what it
and
was.
I am
okay.
buying them as soon as they come out.
I want to get them too because I
Yeah.
want to play it.
Oh, they're so good. Oh, they hurt me, but they're so good.
All right, so games that back to what we were gonna do originally, but I accidentally interjected with, "Oh, what I'm playing." So, but yeah, 2016 is here. So
2016 looks super good for
New
games.
year for games. What are you guys really excited about that is coming
I'm
out
gonna have
this
to
year?
look at this because I get
Hey,
like
that's
spotty
okay.
sometimes. I'm excited for The Division, at least interested, because that game is. I remember they first announced that game in 2013. My friends were talking about this before the Regions because the E3 happened the night before. I've been waiting for this game since high school, and I can't wait to play it.
I'm really excited for Street Fighter V.
Oh yeah, that too.
Street Fighter V is the one I'm pretty pumped for because I like it.
I really like the Street Fighter series, and I'm really excited for Street Fighter V, but I know I'm going to be so bad at it.
Yeah. I'm horrible at
So
fighting
bad at
games.
Street Fighter.
I'm really bad at fighting games, but I'm definitely. This will be my first Street Fighter game, actually.
My first Street
So-
Fighter game was, I believe, Street Fighter 2 on the Super Nintendo, but like also Street Fighter Alpha 3 on the PSP. PSP is not a good platform for fighting games. Let me say that
No.
right now.
No,
I have Mortal Kombat on PSP, and
God.
it's not fun.
that sounds awful.
Street Fighter Alpha 3 was a good game on PSP. Like, it's a great port. It's just that friggin' D-pad.
Yeah.
Oh, it's garbage.
What about Final Fantasy 15? How do you
Please.
guys
Very
feel about that?
Please, I need it.
I'm really
I
excited
need
for
it.
Final Fantasy.
Regardless of my opinion on how we complained already about Final Fantasy 13 together and how I didn't really care for it, but these guys love it.
I will buy a PS4 for Final Fantasy
I actually
15.
still am gonna probably get Final Fantasy 15.
I'm
I'm
absolutely
still
getting
gonna
15.
probably play it. I don't really care anymore.
Dude, I want my
don't care.
boy band road trips where you fight monsters. I need that. I'm
there's
also
also
excited for. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, no, you go, girl. You got this.
All right. I'm also excited for Uncharted 4. I know the development right now is kind of rocky at Naughty Dog, but from what I've seen of the game, it looks awesome. And I'm a huge Uncharted fan. I've been playing them since like, I don't know, 14, 15 years old. So I'm going to be getting Uncharted 4.
I started playing Uncharted, I think, actually, freshman year of college I started, because that's when I finally got a PS3, was freshman year of college. I bought off my friend for like $200.
That's not a bad deal, though.
No, not at
Did
all.
you get any games with it?
Yeah, he gave me all the Sly Cooper games, and
nice.
he had a in the
collection
system.
thing,
Yeah, he had the whole thing in the actual game. It's like digital copies, and he had like digital copies of like different games.
Yeah.
And they were like Jack and Daxter series, the Ratchet and Clank
Yeah,
series.
all the
He had pretty much all the really good stuff. But Uncharted 4 is definitely a series I adore. And it's just like playing Indiana Jones, the
Yeah,
movie,
pretty much.
but via video game.
They're
And it's
That's what I
really
like
pretty.
about the series.
Oh, yeah.
It feels like an adventure movie.
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
than it does a video game.
Yeah.
And for the time, and still, they're so pretty.
Oh, yeah.
They're like some of the best looking games on PS3. And then I'm also excited for Mirror's Edge Catalyst. Oh, God. When they delayed it, I was like, you're killing me, DICE.
If you don't know what Mirror's Edge is, it's a parkour action platforming game
Yeah,
from
it's a
on
first-person
the,
platformer
Yeah, it's a
game.
first-person platformer, and it's parkour essentially, and it's really cool. I think it's really fun.
It's a very pretty game.
Really, really pretty.
Like, it's one of those games where they did style over technical aspects, and it's aged beautifully because of it.
Oh, incredibly.
What else is there?
Dank Souls 3.
Oh, Dank Souls 3.
You know,
Excited for
this
that.
is
Oh, I'm excited for Deus Ex, Mankind Divided.
Me too.
Yeah, that game looks so good.
If you've ever played Deus Ex Human Revolution, oh man, you gotta play it because it's so good. I love my one friend. He liked to play the game where he took like the guy's head and and his wrist would spin and it would twist the guy's head like that, and he just dies. Like my friend kept doing it, would keep getting himself caught or killed, so he could go back to that same guy and keep doing it over and over again. I'm like, this poor guy is just like reliving his worst nightmare over and over again. He's like, yeah, man.
I love how there's an achievement in the game where early on you're like in a basketball court, and to get the achievement, you have to pick up a basketball, dribble it a couple times, throw it in the hoop, and then you get the achievement.
Yeah, I've done that.
I love goofy achievements like that.
Yeah, it's fun. It was a really cool game, and I'm really excited.
I want to play Firewatch so bad, but money.
What is Firewatch?
Okay, so Firewatch it's a very interesting game. It's like a story game. It's very, very heavy on the story emphasis. But what it is, it's a game about this like 20-year-old dude who, he didn't really go to college, but he meets this girl, and they kind of like talk through an intercom system. And his job is that he prevents forest fires and stuff like that. And it's like super pretty. It reminds me, the art style reminds me a lot of like Team Fortress 2, but like with a heavier emphasis on like orange and stuff like that.
Yeah, from concept art and I'm looking at, it looks very similar to that, and it looks really cool.
Like especially in like the way the hands are modeled to me. But like it's a very I thought it was a T-rated game, and then I heard that it had a lot of adult themes, and I'm like, why is that? And I looked up, it's actually got an M rating. I was like, wait, how? And apparently there's a lot of things that happen in that game.
Oh.
Like, I don't know the story, and apparently it's like a pretty heavy one, so like there's going to be spoilers everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
But like apparently that game deals with some pretty heavy shit.
Cool. I'm excited. I can't wait. I'm going to be really sad when I play it.
It's also only $20, which is really nice for new games.
It's on Steam and PS4.
Yeah, Steam and PS4.
So yeah, there's a lot of games out for PS4. I mean, although it's not fair because I only play PS4.
Yeah, I mostly play PC, but that's just because I have no money for a PS4.
Yeah.
I would love to get one though. I want to play Final Fantasy 15 and Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah,
eventually.
get on that hype.
Eventually.
For this year coming up, the games that I'm really excited. Some of the ones I'm really excited for is Battleborn.
Yeah.
From Gearbox, because Borderlands 2 is one of my favorite games ever. So I'm really looking forward to being able to play Battleborn with friends online.
Isn't it like how did you describe it to me before? Was it like Borderlands but in space and kind of like a...
The story for Battleborn is there's only one sun left in the entire universe. All the other suns have died and whatever. So literally every civilization in the entire universe is crowded around this one sun, and they're all fighting for it.
Oh.
And that's the story.
Okay.
So I'm really excited because it's all these ridiculous characters, and they're all super different. They all have different abilities, and it looks like it's going to be a really fun game.
Yeah, I should play that when it comes out.
And
yeah, it sounds cool.
I'm also excited for the Blizzard game, Overwatch.
That game looks cool.
That game looks really cool. I'm so happy it's coming to the PS4.
Yeah, it's
I'm
nice.
so excited for that game to come out.
RIP Mac users out there.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, Mac users
Overwatch
cannot play Mac. Can't play Mac.
You know what other game got shafted as far as ports go? Arkham Knight. It was supposed to come out on Linux and Mac, and then they canceled it.
Well, I mean, I'm not surprised.
No, but
that game was not meant to go on computers. That was built for consoles. Yeah. And
they
unfortunately, it showed when it came out.
They fixed it for PC. It's not perfect, but it's playable. And it seemed like there's no way we're making a
I feel like it just kind of farted its way across Steam. Was like
I think fart is an understatement.
Well, I like farts, and that game was a good game. But the problem was that it was poo-poo dookie when it came to actually being on the.
Unfortunately, it didn't work too well on a computer.
That was the first PC game I heard of where the boycott actually made it got it removed from Steam. Because I remember when Modern Warfare 2 and Left 4 Dead got boycotted because it was Modern Warfare 2 doesn't have dedicated servers on PC, or Left 4 Dead 2 is just Left 4 Dead 1 but retextured or some shit. And those boycotts did not work because Modern Warfare 2 went on to sell 20 million copies in 2 weeks, and Left 4 Dead 2 is still one of the best-selling games on Steam, ever.
Truth.
But Arkham Knight, like the boycott worked so well that it was removed from Steam, and then it was off for months. And then it got back. And now it's playable.
All right, guys. Well, I think we had a good time talking. We had a lot to talk about. There was a lot of things that came out, and we had a good time, right?
Oh, yeah.
I hope you guys enjoyed the season premiere of Oh Baby a Triple. We had a lot of fun doing this show. We hope to keep continuing to make more fun things for this show. So stay tuned for more episodes every Friday at 2 o'clock. And also there will be reruns. And you can go on YouTube off of Corey View and WNYF TV to subscribe to them and watch more the episodes of Oh Baby a Triple if you've missed them, if you want to see last year's episodes, whatever. So I hope you guys enjoyed this season, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. And see you next time. I guess we're pausing.